what I'm doing, I'm going to try to get this bad Larry into this turkey. So I don't really like having to go from here to here on a handbrake, and my mechanical one doesn't really work. I could make it work, but kind of don't want to, because inline handbrakes work so good, or the inline handbrake works so good in this, so why not do it in this? There's a brake line kit I'm going to use. I'll show you all that stuff, and I think it's going to work good. And alright, so first things first, I made a video about this thing, and I'm not super happy with how it turned out, mostly because the transmission needs new detents, and I really should do a double shear selector rod, as they call it. And so the first thing I notice is this thing doesn't quite work in here. And one of the things I might do, I'm considering getting rid of the ashtray, because the only thing I smoke are fools like you on the b-ball court. So, you know, that might go, except, well, I kind of like having the compartment and things, so we'll see how much I have to get rid of and how much I have to customize. The other thing for certain is that that little bit back here, one way or another, is probably going to have to go. If I take this out, well, buys me a little bit of space, I guess. Heck, we'll try that. So what I'm going to do is just start by cutting this out. And the nice thing about it is it can be covered back up with the thing that covers things, or maybe I'll make another thing that covers things. And I've got some ideas on how to anchor this in here really reliably, and I'll go over that as it unfolds. But first, I just need to figure out where this is going to be positioned. And so a lot of skipping ahead has been done. Another piece has been made that's going to go over this, and that allows the handbrake thing to be above my stupid shifter. And those are not just little rays of sunshine. What I'm going to try to do is take a file and kind of put a couple little grooves in there. So hopefully I drilled everything close enough, which I'm not so great at that. So hopefully I drilled it close enough where this will sit in there and kind of stay in place. So I got this little squarey file that I got on clearance at O'Reilly's years ago. Oh, and by the way, that one's going to be smaller because the bolt is going to go directly through the handbrake to the nutsert thing. And then there's going to be some other action up here. You'll see more about that soon. So let's attempt to groove this out. See how close we are. Not close at all. Let's try a bigger one. Another file that I got on clearance at O'Reilly's in the same pack. Let's get aggressive. So as I start to go bigger, I realize that this file fits in there perfectly to widen that out. So we're trying that. And we're basically there. So I did the second one on a vise, it went way quicker. You can see I tuned this other one up a little bit too, so just kind of works. So now these bolts will be able to act as studs. I've got the hole drilled to go in the middle of the transmission tunnel. I also have a washer that I made with a hole saw. It's not completely round, but that really doesn't matter that much, just to spread the load. So I don't really trust the nuts hurts a whole lot because it's only 1/4 inch stuff, because that's like the biggest thing I had. Also looked like the biggest thing to go in the hole. And this one, of course, as I said, is going to go through the handbrake. And then these two things that act as studs work well. And I actually like that these aren't actual studs, because I don't really have the stuff to make a stud fit flush down there super well. Or, well, I guess it depends on the stud, but pretty simple solution with a common bolt. So I'm pretty happy about that. And you can see by the color I was a little conflicted. I thought about doing flat black. You'll see the other part that's flat black soon. And then I decided to do the color I do on like everything else. So I got the brake line kit from these guys, and a lot of people have a lot of negative stuff to say about them these days, but quite frankly I really doubt they make their own brake lines. Maybe I could be wrong. And nobody really makes a kit for these cars, so why the hell not? If anything goes wrong, I'll just individually replace the lines from a hydraulic shop or something. So there wasn't any directions that I remember seeing in the packaging, but these two units go into the part of the ABS module where it originally goes to 2 lines to go to each individual caliper in the back. This just tees it into one, goes into there. And I didn't really want to figure out how to find any of this crap or piece it all together, which is a lot of why I just went and got this. And then here, that goes into the new master cylinder for the handbrake and just tees off, and then it just replaces all the brake line to the back of the car, which, you know, that's whatever. So, gonna run all that, which is neat, and hopefully it all works. You're still there. Well, in that case, let me show you how it looks. So it's definitely not perfect. I want to do a shift boot, maybe some kind of boot around this. And yeah, came out okay. Best part is, only took 15 minutes. All right, things in. Just got to wrap up a few small details, such as factory brake lines. I'm probably just going to cap off the ends in case I change my mind and want to do like a remote reservoir dual caliper setup. Probably won't, but you know, sit on that for a little bit. Reason for remote reservoir is non-remote reservoir won't fit where mine is. So there's that, and I think I'm happy with it. I won't know until I hit the track. So cut some footage of the car on the track without a working hand.